All right, welcome in everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors. Right here from Volusia Speedway. These guys winding out the practice session. They got about 20 seconds left. They're going to get ready to do qualifying. As soon as they do that, you know what we do? We do our national anthem. Once that's over, we're going to put all these guys out on the track here in heat races. 48 cars checked in for this one. Run off the heat races, run off the consolation races, put 24 of them out here for a 40-lap feature. Kicking off Wingless Wednesdays right here on the Dirt Racing Network. Thanks for tuning in. Stick around. We got good racing for you all night long, but right now it is time for our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We forgot to throw the flag up for you. Just didn't click when I clicked on it, so you got to watch the track kind of fly around there, guys, going around the track. Sorry about that. You can see the trees moving in the background. Wind blowing pretty good here in Florida today. I have to admit that might be the first time I have ever noticed those trees moving, and it is quite a sight. But right now, Vinny Sansone, number one fast qualifier for the evening. Kendall Tucker, James Tiernan, Joe Quinn, and Britton Roxbury, your top five. So in our 5 heat races, it looks like those guys are going to start on our poles for us. There is a invert in this one. It looks like they inverted the top 4 for each heat race. So as these drivers make their way out into the lineup, we'll get ready to announce who is who, where is where, and let these guys get ready to cut loose. We do know that on the pole, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 42, machine of Sean Wallenferris. To his outside will be the 411 of Corey Clay. Row 2 on the inside, the Valvoline Casey Kane Sim Racing Team. Number 421 of Britton Roxbury. And to his outside, the 080, your quick qualifier for the night, Vinny Sansone. Row 3 on the inside, Swindell Speed Labs driver, number 5, Rusty Cougar. And on his outside, Dustin Griffiths in the 82 machine. Row 4 on the inside, Jeff Westergaard drives the 166 machine, and to his outside, Mike Keegan in the 92. Row 5 on the inside, the Dirt Track Ambassadors, Dirty Old Bastards, Wiki Kitchen, number 21, of Tyler Hanselman, and to his outside, his teammate in the 77. That is Aaron Schaefer. And on the back row, the 145 machine, Dustin Griffiths on the inside, Chris Pierce on the outside, the 142. That is going to give us our 12-car field, which looks like it's going to be 11, actually. Now, there it is. Mike Keegan finally gets into his machine right there. So these guys about to start rolling off. 10 laps, top 4 straight to the game main. Everybody else going into the soup. We'll start eliminating cars via the consolation races. We'll find 24 of the best and put them out here for 40 laps. I know they had 48 when I checked in right before qualifying started. Couple of pace laps behind the pace truck, and then these guys will get ready to go green. First show for Wingless Wednesdays right here. 360 Wingless coming up immediately following this. Will be right back here at Volusia. They'll have about a 10-minute, 12-minute break in between sessions. Once the A main finishes up here, they'll rack them up, do them again. It'll take us a good 10 to 12 minutes to get everything reset, get everybody back in here, so stay with us. Likes and shares, guys, plenty of both. We appreciate it greatly. Pace truck's going to drop off. These guys going to go green here in just a second. Oh, green flag out before the pace truck gets off the track, and everybody stacked up. But in the turns 1 and 2, Britton Roxbury to the bottom, trying to take the lead away from Sean Wallenfels, who had the middle and the momentum. Corey Clay's car vanishing in and out. But right now, there's contact. Roxbury and Sean Wallenfels. Not going to get a chance to go back. Take a look at that. These guys are staying green. Wallenfels must have 360. Didn't keep going. Now the caution is out. We'll go back. We'll take a look and see what happened. Go back to the initial start right there. We'll watch the full first lap. You can see how aggressive these guys got right off the bat. And Roxbury just drifted the car up, and Wallenfels was already there. Had to run on the high side. And a bad slide job. Probably not really bad. Probably just a little bit late. Wallenfels already had a run. A lot of ways you can probably look at that one. Lap 1, I don't know if it's the best time to do that, but hey, drivers are going to be drivers. What you going to do? Top 10 looking like this: Roxbury, Clay, Griffith, Sansone, Kruger, then Keegan, Schaefer, Westergaard, Hinselman, and Griffiths. Wallenfels and Pierce rounding out the field. Lights went off on the pace truck. They're going to go green with 4 laps to go. Roxbury on the point. Clay and Griffiths right behind. Griffiths from way in the back. Started about 11th on this field. Now in the 3rd spot. Sansone on the pole, sitting there holding down the final direct transfer spot. It's the orange and white machine.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag out. Racing resumes. 4 laps to go. Roxbury out in front of these guys. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the screen. Your last transfer spot, Vinny Sansone, the 080 machine. But Rusty Kruger working his way to the bottom. Trying to find the grip. Trying to find the shortest way around. Close that up. 4 laps this time by. Wallenfels back to the 10th spot. Right now, Sansone making a bid for 3rd on the inside of Dustin Griffiths. Takes it deep into turn 3. Not able to make it stick. Had to roll out of it just a little bit. Gave the spot back. And that brought Rusty Kruger a lot closer than I'm sure he'd like to be with 3 laps to go. Still, Roxbury 3/10 out in front. Clay running in the 2nd spot. Dustin Griffiths has closed in on him. Both of them seem to be reeling in the leader right now. Down into turns 1 and 2. See our top 6 cars right there. Nose to tail pretty much. Just a little gap in between. They're going to catch the white flag this time off turn number 4. Roxbury, Clay, Griffiths, and Sansone, the top 4. If they can finish like that, they're all going straight to the A main. Everyone else has to go take a swim in the soup. Into 3 and 4. The final time, the 421 machine, Britton Roxbury. Looks like he is going to win heat race number 1. Corey Clay is second. Justin Griffiths third. And Vinny Sansone in the fourth and final transfer spot. Kruger, Keegan, Wellfeld, Schaefer, Griffiths, Henselman, Westergaard, and Pierce will be in our consolation races. On the pole, the WRD number 151 is going to be Austin Woods, and on his outside, the wicked cushion number 127 of Stephen Hill. Row 2 on the inside will be the Swindale Speed Labs number 75 of Adam Elby, and 2 is outside, the 06 machine of Kendall Tucker. That's the 44 car. Row 3 on the inside, Peyton Grease, the 292, and on the outside, Tyler Chalk in the 12. Row 4 on the inside, the 122 car, that's Kyle Atkinson, and on his outside, the Catfish, Chris Roberts drives the 93. Row 5 on the inside, the Next Gen Fab, number 59, of Mark Pinsky, and 2 is outside, the Andy's Frozen Custard, number 94 of Todd LeBeau. And on the back row, the Team City Wicked Relief with CBD Gum machine of Tyson Landis, that's the 31, and on his outside, the Hulk in the Napa Auto Parts Casey Kane Sim Racing Team, number 49, David Heileman. 12 more cars, 10 more laps. Again, the top 4 transferring right through. 4 heat races on tap for you, so 48 cars, 12 in each heat race. Woods and Hill in the front row, Elby and Tucker in row number 2. Going green off turn 4, this time second of 4 heat races. I doubt that they're looking at that, David. They can barely get what we've got right. Pace struck in, green flag in the air. Woods with the quick jump to the front, and right behind him, Adam Elby. Running in the second spot right there. Peyton Grease down on the inside. The black and yellow machine runs in the third spot, and on the high side, Stephen Hill trying to get that spot away from him. Tyler Chalk trying to work his way in. No, that's not Tyler Chalk. That is Kendall Tucker. The 44 machine trying to work his way around the bottom. Now he's got good drive off the bottom. Flies all the way into third. Now takes it to second. Adam Elby's taking over the lead, but Kendall Tucker went 3 for 1 between turns 4 and turn 2. Put him from 5th to 2nd. Peyton Grease back to the 3rd spot. Austin Wood now sitting back here in the final transfer spot. The 151 car trying to hold on to a spot directly in the A main, but he's got a hungry couple of hounds behind him. And look at David Heileman on the inside, 3 wide, down into turn 3. Goes from about 5th to a 3rd right there, 6th to 3rd. And now he's got it at the line, put Heileman in the 3rd spot. Grease now on the bubble. Austin Woods on the top side. These two battling for the final transfer spot. Working lap 5 of 10. Going to see halfway when they come around this time. Adam Elby 1 second in front of Kendall Tucker. Tucker's got 0.6 of a second between he and Heileman. Right now, Chris Roberts. Stephen Hill making a bunch of contact, but both drivers keep them right, and that's going to allow Peyton Grease to have a little bit of breathing room. We'll see if these guys can catch him in the last 4 laps. Elby off turn 4. 4 laps to go for him. Kendall Tucker behind that. David Heileman catching up to the 44 machine. Taking it in on the bottom, bringing it out on the top. Now brings it in on the top. We'll see if he's got the momentum on the exit. Around the top side. Not able to take the spot right here up on that big ridge down the front stretch. Not normally conducive to giving you a lot of speed, but Peyton Grease has let Chris Roberts, the Catfish, reel him back in, and they're going to have 2 to go off turn 4 this time. Elby's already seen the 2 to go signal. That's your final transfer spot. The black and yellow machine of Peyton Grease right in front of the Catfish. Chris Roberts, the orange and black car, trying to take it away. Now Heileman we see on the inside coming to the white flag, trying to get second. He's got second away from Tucker. Tucker back to third. Roberts on the inside has taken the 4th and final transfer spot away from Peyton Grease. White flag is in the air. Elby already into 3 and 4 for the final time. Sees the checkered flag. He's going to win heat race number 2. He's going to bring David Heilman, Kendall Tucker, and Chris Roberts into the A main with him. Grease Hill, Woods, LeBeau, Atkinson, Chuck Pinsky, and Landis all going to take a trip through the consolation races. So 2 down, 2 to go. Just waiting for this session to officially end. There it is, new grid forming up on the front stretch. And on the pole will be the team setting number 022 of Mason Hannigan. On his outside, the Swindale Speed Labs number 40 of Cole Clabray. Row 2 on the inside of the Factory Kane, Casey Kane Sim Racing Team number 00 of Tim Smith. And to his outside, the Dirt Track Terror, that is the 210 of James Tiernan. Row 3 on the inside, the Toledo Rocket in the Wicked Energy Gum number 70, that's Chris Brenner. And on his outside, the UDSRA number 055 is David Flick. Row 4 on the inside, the Trading Paints number 4 of Don Hunter. And to his outside, Hunter Brady, excuse me, getting that name totally confused. He drives the 130 machine. Row 5, the 317 Valvoline machine of Tyler Silva. And on his outside, Top Gun Motorsports driver number 67, Brandon Igo. And on the back row, on the inside, the Dirt Racing Network number 14 of Jeff Peterson. And to his outside, Twisted Motorsports driver in the 18 machine is Dustin Helms. Twelve more cars, 10 more laps. Top 4 to the A main. Everybody else into the soup. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you, people, for pushing us past the 4,300 followers mark already. It's been a heck of a ride the last 8 or so months. We have enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. Hope everybody's enjoyed it with us. Streaming not only to Facebook, to YouTube, to Twitch, a bunch of other pages now, so a lot of exposure, but the green flag is in the air. Heat race number 3 is underway. Hannigan quickly out in front. Cabré sitting in second. Smith up to the 3rd spot, and Brenner was 4th. But the Dirt Track Terror flies by on the inside. Can he hold the spot off turn number 4? Not at the line, he can't, but he's got another shot in turn 1. Cole Cabré going for the lead. Has gotten around Hannigan. All contact.
All right, man.
Tiernan slid way up the hill. And he got into Brenner. Kind of turned him around just a little bit, and then allowed a bunch of cars to get by, and these guys are under caution because he passed the 90-degree rule in front of company. Tiernan just took it off in the corner pretty deep. It looked to me like Chris Brenner there was kind of just holding in the middle. We'll see it right here down in turn number 1. In pretty deep. Up across. Oh, he got into Smith. He didn't get Brenner. He just collected Brenner behind it. But Smith was up there already on that high line, so Tiernan's car damaged enough. He's taking it to the infield. Cabré, Hannigan, Smith, Brenner, your top 4. Silva, Tiernan. Tiernan's going to be way to the back, so it'll be Hunter, Flick, Helms, Brady, and maybe James Tiernan going to look like he's in the 10th spot there, even though that car is off the track. So 9 cars. Hunter Brady, the last of them on the track still. Lights off on the pace truck. 3-lap shootout. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it. Well, it's okay not to have a favorite racer, just like the racing. Then you can cheer for anybody. You can get excited when the racing is good and close, or, you know, if you want to take a little bit of a poke of fun at somebody, you certainly can. I mean, if Calavota's still here, he's a pretty easy target. Lights were not off on the pace truck. It just kind of appeared that way from the angle that I was looking at it. So we're going to get one more rip around here. We're going to have 5 laps to go when they take the green. Cabrera, Hennigan, Smith, your top 3. Brenner, the final transfer spot.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Tim Smith looked to the inside right there of Mason Hennigan. Hennigan able to hold on, but Chris Brenner now across the top side, looking to take away the 3rd spot from his teammate, and he's got it right now off turn number 4. 4 laps to go. But Tyler Silva, making his presence known, slides by on the bottom, taking the 4th spot away from Tim Smith. Now Smith on the outside, looking in for a transfer spot. Oh, Brenner with a little bit of a problem on entry, had to back the car up. Nobody ran him over, and he went from 3rd to 5th. Put Smith into 3rd. Silva back to 4th. These two are going to continue to battle over that 3rd and 4th transfer spots. Trading sliders, but Cole Cabrera 0.2 of a second over Mason Hennigan out in the front. You were watching the battle for 3rd and 4th right there. Brenner now around the top side trying to make up the ground that he lost on the slip. Inside 2 laps to go. Down the backstretch, battle for the lead. Hannigan's got the inside of Cabrera. He goes down to the inside through the slicks up, brings it out on the tacky, and Cabrera still the leader at the line, but by a scant margin at that. Now Hannigan has it with the white flag in hand. They're going to see the checkers this time off turn number 4. Mason Hannigan winning heat race number 3. Cole Cabrera, Tim Smith, and Tyler Silva, your transfer cars. Brenner, Hunter, Flick, Helmsley, Brady, Tiernan, Peterson, and Igo in the consolation races. Final heat race of the night. And as I mentioned him, here he is, pops up on on my screen on the pole in the TRD. Number 23 machine, that's Stephen Calavota. To his outside, the Lepresto Racing Wicked Cushion. Number 57 of Anthony Lepresto. Row 2 on the inside, the 211 Swindell Speed Labs machine of James Edens. And on his outside, the Club Ohio number 901, that's Joe Quinn. Row 3 on the inside, the Rogue Energy number 84, Billy Rowley. Head to his outside in the 10 car, Skylar Brown. That is another Swindell Speed Labs car, I believe. Row 4 up the inside, the SteelCycles.com, number 105 of Brandon Steele. And on his outside, the 301 machine, that is Hunter Conley. Row 4 on the inside. No, this is row 5. Row 5 on the inside. The Trophy Dash, number 183 of Chance Crum. And on his outside, Anthony Marvalijo drives the 238 machine. And on the back row in the 143, Chris Pierce with Tom Procash on his outside, the 53 machine. Final 12 cars. 10 heat laps left. Top 4 to the A main. That'll give us 16 of our 24. We'll start eliminating cars till we've got the final 8 out of the B. We'll have our 24 car field for our 40 lap feature coming up here just shortly. Calavota, Lepresto on the front row. Edens and Quinn in row 2. Green off turn number 4 this time by. Pace truck headed in. Calavota ready to go green. On the throttle. Green flag in the air. Calavota quickly to the lead, but Lepresto right in tow. James Eden, the winner in the series already this year, sitting in the 3rd spot. Billy Rowley up there in that 4th spot. And right now, Anthony Lopresto making the bid for the lead. Big slide job across the top, and he's got the door shut on Calavoda. Give Lopresto the lead at the end of turn 1. Oh, boy, Calavoda gets a little tap. Now the car into the fence. He got out of shape behind Lopresto. And now that car upside down in turns 1 and 2. Go back, take a look at what happened to these guys. Off turn 4, you see Lopresto shut the door. Then comes down off the hill and covers the low entry from Calavoda, so he couldn't get back by. Calavoda's car came down off the hill, and he tried to power it across the track and just didn't quite get clear. I think he got clipped there by Chris Pierce. So Lopresto, Edens, Brown, Quinn, Conley, Steele, Crum, Pierce, Marvalijo, and Procash, your top 10. Calavoda and Rowley's cars are both off the track. So they will be looking at consolation race runs. Final heat race for the midgets. We'll start our consolation races here shortly. One more lap around behind the pace truck. Guys, don't forget, multiple streams going. Twitch, YouTube, the Wicked Cushion Esports page right here on the Dirt Racing Network at the Dirt Slingers page. We are all over the place now, trying to go global. Like Facebook wasn't already global. What am I saying? The pace truck is dropping in. Heat race number 4 back underway. Halfway home in this one. 5 laps to go. You see the battle. Joe Quinn, Skylar Brown right there. Quinn's got 3rd. Brown's got the final transfer spot, but he wants more. Not content to sit there, and he's bringing Hunter Connolly with him, and they shut the door right there. Conley gets around Brown. Now Conley into the 4th spot. The 301 machine, that green and yellow machine right there. Really good the last couple of times out here. Made a lot of noise in the first race that he ran with this series. As I recall, he did a great run through the alphabet soup, got himself into the feature, and made a pretty good showing coming from near the back all the way close to the front. That Sim Necessities number 301 car doing a great job. 2 laps to go this time by Edens out in front of Lopresto. Hunter Conley 3rd. He's gotten around Joe Quinn. Quinn back to 4th. Skylar Brown in 5th. Chance Crum, your top 6 right now. Kind of keeping an eye on the back right here. These transfer cars, and the caution's going to come out and end the race. Brandon Steele's car, it looks like. Did not end the race in the manner that he had hoped. See what happened to Brandon right here going into turns 3 and 4. Way down low, and he might hook the left front. Yes, he did. Took the left front. Put it right into the inside wall. And that will end your night pretty quick. So this one going to end under the caution flag. Edens, Lopresto, Conley, and Quinn will be the transfer cars. Brown, Crum, Marvalijo, Pierce, Procash, Steele, Calavoda, and Rowley going to be in the consolation races. They're going to be coming up next. Well, yeah, I think you can comment on just about any of them. It's just whether I see it or not. And I haven't been able to get the bring all the chats together thing working just yet. I tried earlier today, and it just wasn't cooperating with me very well. So I'm going to work on that some more tomorrow. Right now, D-Main sliding onto the track on the pole. The 53, Tom Procash on his outside. Tyler Henselman, the 21. Row 2 on the inside. Tyler Chalk in the 12. And on his outside, the dirt track terror, James Tiernan in the 210. Row 3 on the inside, Brandon Still. You saw him in the last one. The 105 machine, and on his outside, the 166, Jeff Westergaard. Row 4 on the inside, the 59, Mark Pinsky. On the outside, Jeff Peterson in the 014. The 23 of Stephen Calavoda inside row 5 with the 142 of Chris Pierce on his outside. And on the inside of row number 6, the 31 Tyson Landis. To his outside, the 67 Brandon Igo. And on the back row, all by himself, the 84 car of Billy Rowley. One or two of these cars may not make the call if these guys start rolling here. We're going to be missing a couple, so we'll only have 11. We're looking for the top 4 to transfer through. They'll go into the back of the C main. Good stuff. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Likes and shares. Tell your friends about us. Bring a friend to the track day. Keep dirt racing alive. $11 cars. Only 4 survive. Well, and I don't mean like survive crash-wise. I mean survive to get into the next race. Everybody else will be done in the midgets at the end of 10 laps here. We're going to take the top 4. They're going to fill in the back 2 rows of the C main, and then we're going to put 12 more laps on the board and keep eliminating cars until we have 8.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Pro Cash. Henselman off the front row. Brandon Steele with a good drive. Tried to thread the needle. Tried to go up the middle real quick. Just didn't have enough drive. Saw a car head for the fence. I'm not sure who that was. But Henselman has the lead. Tiernan is second. Steele is third. And Chris Pierce back here is fourth.
Caution is out.
Go back and see if we can figure out who that is that got in the fence. Might have been Jeff Peterson. Oh, no. He got collected in. Jeff Westergaard got his car all kinds of out of shape. Now got it hung up on the fence. Westergaard able to continue, but Peterson's car pretty torn up. And that might end Jeff Peterson's tonight. If you folks would indulge me for just a moment. I've got kind of a pseudo-celebrity with me here. What's going on, JR?
Hey, man, what are you doing?
Well, I am broadcasting Midget Race right here live on the Dirt Racing Network.
Oh, that's wonderful. I kind of assumed much. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there watching.
Guys, this is our performer for the National Anthem. This is my good friend, Johnny Reed Foley. What have you been doing, buddy?
Roger.
Are you back in Nashville again?
I am not. No, I am here in the great state of Florida, and I'm participating in some sunshine and margaritas.
That sounds like a blast. I think these guys are about to go back to green here. We're in the C main. Not this time, next time by. So we got about another, let's call it 35, 40 seconds here. How is everything in Florida, and why aren't you up recording a new album somewhere?
We're working on a few things. Florida's beautiful right now. It's giving me some inspiration for some summertime songs, so we're enjoying that thoroughly. And then at the same time, I actually, as an avid racer myself, I quit for a few years. I hooked the wheel back up about 2 days ago and been turning some laps around the old simulator.
Cool beans. All right. Well, hang on just a minute here. We're going to finish up the D main here for the Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midgets, presented by Cognitive Warriors. They're about to go green flag in the air. Tyler Henselman on the throttle. James Tiernan quickly in tow in second. Brandon Steele right behind him. Chris Pierce going to take it to the high side in turns 1 and 2. He sits in the 4th spot, but not for long. Billy Rowley through the middle. Tyler Henselman's car backwards in turns 1 and 2. And he goes from hero to zero. He's upside down. And that will definitely end his bid to make the feature race. Let's go back and take a quick look at what happened to Tyler. He had the lead when he went down the corner. Oh, the dirt track there come flying in, brushes the wall, slides right up into him. And that is going to be mean and nasty for Tyler Henselman. So his day done. He will have to sit and wait for the 360 wingless race to get his racing fix in. We'll let these guys cross under the flags in right here. I'll set your top 10 because they're going to have about a 3-lap shootout when they get the green. Make sure everybody's in the right position here. I see that the 210 car looks like he's pulling out of line. Going to go to the back for the infraction. So that top 10 going to be kind of worthless. So it's going to be Steele, Rowley, Pierce, Calavoda, the top 4. That's your transfer cars currently. Landis, Igo, Procash, Tiernan, the rest of the field off of the track. So 8 on, looking for 4. What happened to you, Mr. Peterson? Looked like you got caught up in somebody else's Shinola there.
Let's just say I didn't run a full lap in race trim at all.
I'm trying not to laugh. I swear I am. It sounds
yeah.
Sounds like I'm being mean, but I'm not. I did see both incidents. It was not pretty. A lot of effort spent for really no payoff. All right, the lights off on the pace truck. I didn't even look.
They are.
They are off, so we're going to go green again. Just hang around for a minute there, Foley. We'll be finishing this one up here in a couple of laps. They're going to have 2 to go when we get to green, so. Going to keep our eyes right here around 3rd and 4th. That's the 142, Chris Pierce, the Hoonigan machine right there, and the Toyota Racing Development, number 23 of Stephen Calavoda. We know that Steele is in the front, Rowley sitting second, and the green flag's about to fall. 2 laps to go. A little bumpity bump right there. Look out for Tyson Landis, the 31 machine. I know he's not going to be content to sit back and wait. He wants one of those spots. From the 5th position, expect him to put a little pressure on these 2 right here on the screen. There he is, flies in on the bottom, has to get on the binders. Can't bring that car out on a good line. He falls back into 5th again. So with the white flag in the air, Steele, Rowley, Pierce, and Calavoda are going to be our top 4. Calavoda with a good run down from turns 1 and 2. Now one more bid. Will Landis have the line getting into the corner? Doesn't look like it. Steele wins it. Rowley's going to come home second. Calavoda in 3rd. And Chris Pierce looks like he grabbed that 4th and final transfer spot right in front of Brandon Igo and Tyson Landis. So we know who the transfer cars are, and we're going to get the C main brought out onto the grid right here. You need to get dirt, Foley. It's a whole lot more fun than that asphalt stuff.
I ran, yes or not, my first ever dirt race day. And I started 12th with almost no practice and managed to finish 3rd.
Straight stock?
So if that tells you anything about how I like to set up my asphalt vehicles, dirt's being good to me.
David Flick on the pole, the 055 machine on his outside. Anthony Marvalijo in the 238. Row 2 on the inside. Aaron Schaefer inside the 77 machine. Todd LeBeau, the 94, to the outside. The 18, Dustin Helms inside row 3 with Chris Pierce in the 143 on his outside. Brandon Griffiths inside row 4. That's the 145 machine. Kyle Atkinson, the 122 on his outside. Hunter Brady, the 130 inside row 5 with the winner from the D main. Brandon Steele in the 105 on his outside. Row 6, Billy Rowley, the 84 inside. Stephen Calavoda, the 23 on the outside. And on the back row by his lonesome, Chris Pierce in the 142. I know there's 2 Chris Pierces in him. I can barely keep them separated myself, but one drives a white car, one drives a green car, and that is all I have to remember. It looks like we're going to have 11 more cars. Top 4 transferring into the back of the B main. 12 laps to get it done. So were you in the street stock, Mr. Foley? Hey, Dwight.
Sorry again? No, late model actually.
Pro late model or limited?
Limited. No.
Oh, that's cool.
One
That's
gear,
cool.
my friend, 1 gear.
They all, I think, only have 1 gear now.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Well,
used to
I
have
don't know
a split
about
rear end in them, and they stopped all that. So now it's just got the 1.
Understood.
That's cool, as long as you're having fun. I thought that was a fixed series.
It is.
Oh,
Like
cool.
I said, it's my first race. I'm still a D class.
You're still a red
in the
stripe.
road or in the dirt. That was my first one.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Well, stick with it. Dirt's a whole lot more fun than that asphalt stuff.
I don't mind getting dirty every once in a while, but I'm also a pretty big fan of, racing on the old concrete.
Asphalt is for getting to the dirt track. All right, C main about to get underway. Flick and Marvelio on the front row. Green flag in the air. Flick with a great jump. Marvelio looked like he was dead asleep right there, and that's going to allow.
All right, man.
Oh, just as I was starting to talk about that, they get sideways at the back. Schaefer had gotten by Marvelio, so let's go back, take a look. I don't know who was involved in that. Was it Hunter Brady or Brandon Griffiths? That was in that. Might have been Griffiths back here. Oh, yeah, got into the back of Dustin Helms a little, and then got a little bit more help. Got himself turned around, and that's all you need to bring out the caution. So pull the 145 car to the back. Leave David Flick up to the front. Aaron Schaefer second. Anthony Marvelio in third. Dustin Helms fourth. Chris Pierce in fifth. That's the white car, Chris Pierce, the 143 machine. Stephen Calavoda is sixth. Hunter Brady seventh. Billy Rowley eighth. Brandon Steele ninth. The other Chris Pierce in 10th. And Brandon Griffiths on the tail of the field. Single file on the restart. Probably going to be somewhere around 6 laps to go when they get the green. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate it greatly. Hello, Greg. Welcome back. Cool deal, Dwight. I am going to be in Wichita at 81 Speedway next weekend, it looks like, for a big show they got going up there. Going to be hanging out with the Tim's Sims guys up there over the weekend. And then the following weekend, I will be down in Mesquite, Texas at the World of Outlaw Show, Devil Bowl Speedway. If you're going to be at any of those shows, let me know. Be happy to meet the fans, as always. May even have a couple of giveaways. You never know. I do some tricky things when I'm out of town. And no, I don't go to jail, boys. Ever. So you going to start moving up the ranks there, Mr. Foley? Try to get into a sprint car, midget, something like that?
I think I'll stick to things that are larger bodied, but I'm certainly a fan of it today. First time I've done it. Plan on doing it a lot in between some asphalt stuff. Going to try and get back into everything a little bit at a time.
All right, we're going back to green flag racing right here. Flick on the point, on the throttle early, and the green flag flies right after he punches the gas. Still about 8 laps to go in this one. Schaefer in second. Marvelijo still third. Dustin Helms around the top side, running in that 4th spot. Stephen Calavoda about 10 car lengths back in the 5th spot. Billy Rowley slicing and dicing his way through the field, went in on the slider line, came out, picked up the spot around Chris Pierce. We're going to keep our eye on this final transfer spot back here, 3rd and 4th. These 2 cars important to getting into the B main. If either one of these guys should happen to make a mistake or falter, the guys right behind him will jump on him like a rat on a Cheeto. You can guarantee it. All right, now, Schaefer,
Right,
Marvelijo, and Helms, and we've
Caution
got
it out.
another caution on the speedway. It might have been Chris Pierce. The white car, Chris Pierce.
I was just going to say the white car, Chris Pierce, the 143.
Man, it just almost makes me feel racist having to say the white car, the green car. I mean, if it wasn't racing, people wouldn't understand that. Oh, yeah, just a little bit of contact with the green car, Chris Pierce. And he 360s it, keeps it going. Only reason the caution came out, that car was backwards, and there was 1 car left in the field coming at him. So back at the front, still Flick, Schaefer, Marvelijo now. Todd LeBeau in the 4th spot. Dustin Helms 5th. Stephen Calavoda 6th. Billy Rowley 7th. Hunter Brady 8th. Kyle Atkinson 9th. And Chris Pierce in 10th.
Yeah, Todd LeBeau is not in 4th.
He's not?
He's off the track.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad I read the top 10 thing out of there. Woohoo! Yeah. I got to get him to fix that somehow. I don't know what it is doing, but somehow the data's not transferring into it correctly. So it's Flick, Schaefer, Marvelijo, Helms in the 4th spot. Calavoda 5th. Rowley, Brady, the white Chris Pierce car in 8th. Brandon Griffiths, Brandon Steele, and then the green Chris Pierce cars in 11th. I just got about 20 hearts on there, probably because I screwed all up. That was awesome. I like it when people love what I do for no reason at all. Fans are awesome.
There's a reason.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to get up here and make myself sound and seem stupid, and that's okay. I wish it paid the bills. Hey.
I don't know what that's
Hey, User was banned from the server.
If they like seeing you mess up, then they ought to go golfing with you and me in Texas
Woo!
sometime.
I have not been golfing in a really long time. I'm waiting for this knee to heal so I can go back. My daughter started working at the local golf course, so she says she's going to take me golfing. I can't wait.
Ah, sounds like a wonderful time.
Yeah, I'm going to have a blast. I miss golfing.
Is she better than you?
I do too.
She probably is now. Green flag
Green
back
flag.
in the air. 2 laps to go. A 2-lap shootout. David Flick on the throttle. Aaron Schaefer running second. Anthony Marleo in third. Dustin Helms was fourth. He's got a challenge on the inside. Billy Rowley working down the backstretch. Got a half a car inside. Rowley slide job line in. Brings it up. Almost contact. Maybe there was a little. That puts Helms up on 2 wheels, but Rowley's got the spot. White flag in the air. Schaefer around Flick for the lead on the high side. Put David Flick back to second. Anthony Marvalijo was third. But Billy Rowley's working the high side off of him. Off turn 4. Schaefer's going to win it. Rowley second at the line. Flick is second. Rowley's third. And Marvalijo comes home in fourth. Those 4 cars going to be our transfer cars. Everybody else done for the night. We're going to get ready to line these guys up in the back of our B main. Put 14 laps on the board. And the top 8 from this race will transfer through into our feature. And we'll get that going immediately after we put in the 2-minute warm-up session and pay some bills. All right, B-main time. On the pole, Rusty Kruger in the 5 to his outside. Peyton Grease, the 292 machine. Row 2 on the inside will be the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner. And on his outside, Skylar Brown drives that yellow 10 machine. Mike Keegan inside of row number 3, the 92. And on his outside, the 127, that's Stephen Hill. Row 4 is the 4 car. Don Hunter on the inside. Chance Crum in the 183 to his outside. The 42 of Sean Wallenfels inside row number 5 with Austin Woods in the 151 on his outside. In row 6, you saw him win in the C main, the 77 of Aaron Schaefer with David Flick in the 055 on the outside. And on the back row, the final 2 transfer cars from our C main. Billy Rowley, the 84 on the inside. Anthony Marvalijo on the outside, the 238 machine. All 14 cars make the call. We're going to take 8 of them. The other 6 are done for the night. 14 laps to get it settled. Couple of pace laps here. Hi, Carla. Hello, Brett. Watching the chat there on the Facebook. Yeah, you need to spend some more time in the dirt cars there, JR. It'll be a whole lot more fun.
Well, maybe you'll have to get out here and show me how to turn a lap.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. We can do that on the weekends.
There you go.
Especially during the day. In the evenings, it's a little busy. You go play your gigs, and I go to the races, so.
Like a good idea to me.
Lots of fun. We spent 2 weeks ago, we were at Creek County, got to see the Oil Cap Series get started. Their first points race of the season. Had a blast down there. Had the late models, some kind of street stock cars, had the turf tire minis in there, and I mean, it was a blast. It was a lot of races. It was a lot of fun. Started early in the day too, so we got done by like 7, 8 o'clock. It was a good time. All right, Kruger Grease on the front row. Brenner Brown in row 2. They're about to go green right here. Turn number 4. The green flag is in the air. B main underway. 14 laps. Oh, contact, and Brown's car is around in turn 1. We had the camera on him. They haven't thrown the caution yet because everybody's behind. They're going to get him cleared off. Kruger's going to hang on to the lead. Brenner in second. Peyton Grease in third. Chance Crum up to fourth. Mike Keegan just made a move from 5th to 3rd on the inside. Put Peyton Grease back on the bubble and on his outside, on his inside, excuse me. Don Hunter now. Chance Crum down to the very bottom of the track. Not able to make the car stick and get the drive off that he went. Oh, a rocket ship when it finally found grip. Put Crum into the 4 spot. He flew past Grease in just the length of the front stretch. But Rusty Kruger 0.6 of a second in front of Chris Brenner. Brenner's got about 0.6 over Keegan, and that's the battle right there, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Crum trying to get 3rd from Keegan. You saw Grease's car come screaming into the picture when they checked up for the slow car in front of them. Now on the inside, 3 wide off turn number 2. Put Peyton Grease to third. Mike Keegan still hanging on to fourth, but Chance Crum working his way around the inside, tiptoeing. Had to back off the throttle, and he falls back into the clutches of Sean Wallenfels. So make Grease in third. Keegan in the 4th spot. That's your middle of the transfers. Crum still in. Hunter, Hill, Wallenfels, your top 8. That final spot back here, heavily contested. Billy Rowley inside the 84. Didn't get it stuck. Had to back off of it. Wallenfels trying to work around Hill. He doesn't want to be on the bubble, and now the mistake cost him the spot temporarily, but Rowley couldn't get it to stick going in the corner. So keep Wallenfels as the final transfer spot. Hill, Hunter, Crum, Keegan, then Grease. Oh, there's one in the wall. Was that Aaron Schaefer's car I saw hit the fence? Or Stephen Hill's car? Stephen Hill's car hit the fence. Wow. That was violent and quick in turn number 3. The gray and black car right there. Stephen Hill went up to the cushion, and there, whoa, he just tipped the car. That car lands on its wheels, but I do believe that car was finished. It was already broken. So we'll get the field lined up. The action for that final transfer spot was getting pretty heavy back there. Yeah, it does seem like the bottom really on the exits has a whole lot of grip to go forward, and these guys are getting a ton of launch on the exit of the corner, Brett. Kruger, Brenner, Keegan, Crum, your top 4. Grease, Hunter, Wallenfels, and Billy Rowley now all the transfer cars. Flick, Schaefer, and Marvalijo, the final 3 on track. Everybody else done for the night. So we got 11 cars looking for those 8 spots. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 laps to go when we get the green. Where's George tonight, Johnny?
He's laying down a little past his bedtime.
Past it? What is it, like 8 o'clock? Oh, no, it's like
Here,
10 o'clock. Yeah.
9:02.
Yeah. It's 9? You're still in Central?
I'm in Eastern. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, it is 10.
Yeah. I was thinking, man, I didn't think the Central time zone got anywhere near Florida.
Nah,
If you were in Nashville, you'd probably still be on Central, though.
I would be in Central, that's correct.
Yeah. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go green this time off turn number 4. Kruger and Brenner on the front. Green flag in the air. Rusty Kruger, good jump over Chris Brenner. We'll see what Brenner can do running that slider line. In on the bottom, out on the top in 1 and 2. We'll see what they do down here in 3 and 4. They're going to come and get 4 laps to go this time by both cars. Very right down on that bottom. Around the exit, Keegan was around the top. Grease right behind him. Chance Crum behind that. Crum had Don Hunter on the inside. The yellow car there flashing just a little bit. But Hunter able to get the grip down the backstretch on the inside. Pulls in front of Crum through 3 and 4. Now Crum back on the top side. Takes the spot away again. Wallenfels up to 6, and Rowley right with him right there. Rowley throws the slide job. We'll see if the counter move works. Down on the inside, all the grip right there. You see the dark spot on the track. That's where all the grip is, and that's how Wallenfels powers back around Rowley. Chris Brenner now into the lead. Rusty Kruger back to second. Peyton Grease in third. Mike Keegan, Chance Crum, Don Hunter, Sean Wallenfels, and Billy Rowley are 8 cars. Here we can see a few of these guys coming to get the white flag this time by. Top 8 moving on, everybody else moving out. And on the final lap, Chris Brenner already on to the back stretch. Rusty Kruger a little over 1 second behind, but into turns 3 and 4 on the high side. He's going to win the B main. The Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner, brings home the victory. Kruger second, Grease third, Keegan fourth, Chance Crum, Don Hunter, Sean Wallenfels, and Billy Rowley making the transfer into the A main. Everybody else done for the night. They'll have to wait for the 360 wingless cars. And we'll get ready to pay some bills here real quick. No, and that silly thing won't load. Well, that's okay. I think I did something wrong when I loaded it up anyway.
Well, who was going to pay the bills, Roger?
Well, Wicked Energy Gum is paying the bills. Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors. What you're watching right now, Wicked Energy Gum, great sponsor. Them and Wicked Cushion, man, they do so much for dirt racing. They're on all kinds of cars in the real world, right here in the sim world. Go by their website, wickedcushion.com. Go over to wickedenergygum.com. Pick you up some of the gum. The stuff really works. I got a bunch of it right behind me on the desk, and when I'm feeling a little bit low, I just chew a piece, and within just a few minutes, I get a little burst of energy. It lasts for just a little while. Go check them out. Support the guys that support all of this so they can keep the great racing on the Dirt Racing Network for you. We appreciate Carla and Galen greatly. I see them guys on Facebook doing stuff all the time for their series. Probably some of the greatest promoters of the small stuff around the country that I see right there. Fantastic folks to work for. Don't forget that they are doing a driver search. They're going to take somebody out of one of these midgets, bring them all the way up to Skagit Speedway up in the Northwest in Washington, put them in one of their own midgets, and give them a chance to showcase their talents and what they brought on iRacing into the real world. We had 48 tonight, Carla, 48 cars. But great ambassadors for the sport. So support everybody, guys. Go by and give them all a like, a follow, buy some gum, go over to Wicked Cushion, buy some swag. A lot of good stuff over there. Here in about 10 seconds, we are going to get ready to bring you our starting lineup. And as always on the Dirt Racing Network, the starting lineup brought to you by Ford Entertainment Group, custom PC sales and simulation hardware. Come by and check out Jeff and the folks over at FEG on Facebook at facebook.com/Ford Entertainment Group, or on their YouTube channel at youtube.com/Ford Entertainment Group FEG. And if you use the promo code DRN10, you're going to get $10 in iRacing credits when you make your purchase. And that Ford Entertainment Group's starting lineup about to go right here. Are you taking off on us, buddy?
I am.
I'll call you
again to
tomorrow.
all your fantastic people. Appreciate y'all letting me join in, hop in on this, and hopefully maybe I'll get into a race sometime. You know, you never know.
All right, buddy. I will call you tomorrow.
Sounds good, friend.
All right. On the pole, the Casey Kane Sim Racing number 421, Britton Roxbury to his outside. Swindell Speed Labs number 75, Adam Elby. Row 2 on the inside, Mason Hannigan, the 022, and to his outside, the 211 of James Edens. Row 3, the 411, Corey Clay, and to his outside, the Hulk, David Holloman in the 49. On row 4 on the inside will be Cole Cabre, and on his outside, Anthony Lopresto, your defending champion. Row 5, Dustin Griffiths in the 82 on the inside. On the outside, Kendall Tucker, the 44. Row 6, the 00, that's Tim Smith on the inside with 301, Hunter Conley on his outside. Watch the 301 core to go forward. He has done that every single time he has been in this series. Vinny Sansone in the 080 starts inside row 7 with Chris Roberts, the Catfish on the outside, the 93 machine. Row 8, the inside, the 317, Tyler Silva on his outside, the 901, Joe Quinn. The Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner, you saw him win the B main. He starts inside. Row number 9 on his outside, Rusty Kruger in the 5 machine. Row 10, the 292, Peyton Grease on the inside, the 92, Mike Keegan on the outside. And in row 11, Chance Crum, the 183, starts on the inside, and on his outside, the 4-car Don Hunter. And in the final row, the 42, Sean Wallenfels inside with Billy Rowley in the 84 on the outside. That's your 24-car field. They're going to put 40 laps on the board. Right here at Volusia Speedway. Sun starting to set. Lights starting to come up onto the track. Two by two, ready to go green this time off turn number 4. Roxbury, Elby, row 1. Hannigan, Edens in row 2. A couple of winners in the series already at the front. Pace truck going to make the hard left right here. Green flag going to fly. A-main underway. Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midgets presented by Cognitive Warriors underway, and Britton Roxbury with the lead through turns 1 and 2. But LB second, Edens third, and Corey Clay, your 4th car through. He's got a battle. He's on the inside now. David Heileman to the high side. Move Heileman into the 4th spot. All the heavy hitters running at the front of the field right now.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution on the speedway. Rusty Kruger's car backwards. We'll go see what happened to Rusty real quick. Deep in the field back here. About 19th or 18th when this transpires. Down in the corner, gets just a little bit of help from Peyton Grease. Right up that push bar in the back of the car. The defending champs car already off the track. So Anthony Lepresto going to finish 24th in this one. Move Grease to the back right in front of Kruger, but your top 10. Roxbury, LB, Edens, Heileman, Hannigan, the top 5. Clay, Tucker, Griffiths, Roberts, and Conley, your top 10. '43 will be the new white flag. What you doing over there, Jeffy?
Oh, nothing. Just watching. Trying to fill out job applications and stuff like that.
Are you still messing with that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. I'm over here trying to choke this drink down.
Should have laid off some of that whiskey.
It's worse at the bottom, I tell you that. The lights go off on the pace truck right here. 38 laps to go. Lap 43 will be the new white flag. Roxbury, LB, Edens, Heileman, Hannigan, the top 5.
Correction, lap 38 is the white flag lap. They're only supposed to do white 35 green flag laps.
I could have swore that thing said 40. I could have swore the email that he sent said 40. But I get so many.
I just heard him in the game, so.
Okay, so 38. Still 33
flag,
laps to go.
flag.
Green flag back in the air. See them kind of single file till they get down to turn 1, and then they start spreading out 2, 3, and 4 wide back here. I'm off the bottom of the corner. That's the 411 car, Corey Clay, that black and blue machine on the inside Mason Hannigan right there. These guys battling over the 5th spot. Still Roxbury at the front. LB in second. Heileman now into third, has gotten around James Edens, but Edens has a good drive on the bottom, and he's going to be on the inside when they get to turns 3 and 4. Heileman's car out of shape at the top. And he's going to fall back, give the spot right back to Edens. Corey Clay now into the 5th spot around Hannigan, and here comes Kendall Tucker. That purple and black machine coming through the middle. He's up to 6th and looking for more. Mason Hannigan going to fight back on the bottom side. Had to check up. Did he get contact? No, he slid out of the way. He's going to let Dustin Griffiths on the inside, who clips the tire barrier. Can't keep the front wheels down, and he's falling back through the field and backwards. And Griffiths' car, don't know if it's broken or not, but once he clipped that barrier, he just could not keep the front wheels down. You'll see him clip those yellow tires right there. Then the front wheels wouldn't stay down, and he just got the car to spin, clips the inside wall just a little, and got a friendly little push out of the way from Don Hunter right there. So he'll catch the back of the field. We'll get ready to set our top 10 up. We'll see if that thing's working this time. For some reason, it just really doesn't work very well with the midgets. I don't know why.
Yep, I got confirmation from race control. It is a 35 green flag.
Very good, very good, very good. So it's Rock.
Confused with the 305.
You know, I might have been. It's Roxbury, LB, Edens, Heileman, Clay, Tucker, Hannigan, Lepresto, and Quinn. And Anthony Lepresto is not in this race, so I do not know what is going on with my top 10 deal. So we will not use that again. I will just read them off. Remind me to send him a message and tell him the top 10 list is messed up again.
41? You betcha.
41 for the new white flag. So about 29 laps to go. Last incident brought out by driver clipping the implement tires on the entry to pit road right there. They do stick out just a little bit outside the wall, so I do understand how they can get clipped, but guys got to know they're there and give themselves a little bit of space. Then Dustin Griffiths, once he clipped him, couldn't keep the front end down, and that car just spun out under throttle. They are set to go left. These cars go left on their own. And if you got the front wheels off the ground and not able to steer it straight, then it's going to go left when you apply the throttle every single time. The stagger kind of dictates that. But Roxbury, Elby, Edens, Heilemann, Clay, the top five, and they're on the throttle. Edens getting a punch in the back from David Heilemann on the start right there, and Heilemann's going to drop back 2-3 spots. He's back to sixth. He and Kendall Tucker battling side by side down the backstretch. Edens covers the entry line just a little. He tried to go into the middle, see if he could get back around Corey Clay. That's going to drop Tucker into seventh. Put Heilemann in fifth, Clay in fourth, Edens up to third. It's still Roxbury and Elby 1-2 out in front. Corey Clay in that fourth spot. David Heilemann trying to work him over. Not able to make the slide job work that time. By keep the Hulk in the fifth position. Mason Hannigan sixth. Kendall Tucker is seventh. Cole Cabre up to the eighth spot. Joe Quinn ninth, and Tyler Silver your top 10. Get a look at the leader. He was working the bottom, and caution again. I saw Wallenfeld's car rolling away slow. Did he just get caught up in something? Oh, just a tiny bit of contact. He doesn't hit anyone. Does clip the inside wall just a touch right there. But he got down the corner and put that right front up against the push bar. What I believe... I thought it was Mike Keaton's car. It might have been Billy Rowley's car. Or Dustin Griffith's car. I think it was Griffith's car he put the right front up against. And he got him out of shape, so 44 for the new white flag. 25, 26 laps to go when we get the green. Yeah, I think, a real racetrack, that might not have brought out a caution because everybody kind of got away from him clean. And he was able to keep the car fired and keep it going. It's just that iRacing has all of those algorithms where, cars are still coming and you pass 90 degrees, it instantly brings out a caution. And some of these are unfortunate because I think guys could continue. Yes, they would fall way back from the field, but it's just kind of what we have to deal with in the sim. So Roxbury, Elby, Edens, Clay, Heilemann, your top five. Hannigan, Tucker, Cabre, Quinn, and Silva, the top 10. They're going to go back to green this time. 44 confirmed from race control as our white flag. So 26 laps still on the board. Race truck headed in, green flag out. Roxbury able to hang on to the lead, at least to the entries of turn 1 and 2. But Adam Elby almost got in the tacky stuff and was able to get the forward drive and stay even with him. The high side, all the momentum for Roxbury. Keeping him out in front right now. Edens took a shot at Elby. Those two teammates, and now he takes another shot, and he's got it. James Edens into the second spot as they entered turn 1. Now will he have it down the backstretch? All that grip. These two drag racing for second and third right here, lap after lap. Edens going to prevail. No, Edens going to fall back. I thought when I saw Elby's car get sideways that Edens would come flying up the inside, and he did not. So Elby second, Edens third, Corey Clay up to the fourth spot. David Heilemann still sitting in fifth. Mason Hannigan, Joe Quinn, Cole Cabre. Cole Cabre making the slide job on Quinn. Able to make a stick, left front hanging in the air right there off the exit of turn 4. Cost him just a touch of momentum, I think. Not able to hold on to it right at that particular spot. We'll see what happens down the backstretch. Give the spot to Cabre for now. Quinn 8th. Kendall Tucker 9th. And Tyler Silva still 10th. But on the top side, you saw him right there. The Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner, trying to make his way inside the top 10. We'll go back to the front. Adam Elby, a good half second behind Britton Roxbury now. James Edens and Corey Clay starting a battle over the third position. Now David Heileman's going to throw his hat in the ring. He gets by Edens. Now he's working the inside. He's going to bring it past Clay. Up to the top side with the slide job. Finds the grip off the exit of the corner. But look at James Edens on the bottom. They're 3 wide in turn 3. Swap job between Clay and Heileman. Heileman threads the needle, takes the third spot away. Clay comes away with 4th. James Edens back to the 5th spot. Adam Elby has now caught and gotten around the top side while we were watching that of Britton Roxbury right then. And he takes the lead. So put Adam Elby out in front. Roxbury 2nd, Heileman 3rd, Corey Clay in 4th, and James Edens in 5th. All those cars on the screen for the moment right there. 4 of the top 5. There's your 5th place car. That's your top 5, and they've got a pretty good gap over 6th, which is Cole Cabre now. Cabre is working the top side of the track. That yellow machine trying to make up time, trying to find the momentum, trying to keep the car wound up, way up by the cushion.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution again on the speedway. Maybe Peyton Grease, Don Hunter. Oh, yeah. These two are backwards and upside down, and we'll see what happened to those two. Looks like Don Hunter's in there first. Car out of shape. Sliding up. Oh, takes it back across the track, and Peyton Grease already committed to the line. Puts both cars in a big pickle. Puts one of them in the infield, it looks like. And the other one probably headed there. Good evening, Tim. All right, I'll set your top 10 up for you right now. Elby out in front of Roxbury. Heileman 3rd, Corey Clay 4th, James Edens 5th, Cole Cabre in 6th, Joe Quinn 7th, Mason Hannigan in the 8th spot, Chris Brenner 9th, and Kendall Tucker rounding out that top 10. '47, the new white flag. So about 17 to go. Lights off on the pace truck. Exactly 17 laps to go when they take the green. You doing the 360s, Jeff?
Negative. I don't think I've ever actually gotten in one of those cars.
It's the midget on like, whoo, steroids.
Pretty much.
Elby Roxbury Heileman at the front right now, going back to green this time. 17 laps to go.
Green flag,
green flag in the air. Everybody looking for that grip, especially on the bottom on the restart right there. You saw Elby use it to his advantage. This time down the back stretch. Still Roxbury, Heileman, Clay, and Edens. Heileman with a little bit close to Roxbury, had to bump off the throttle, and that allowed everybody to catch up, and it cost Corey Clay keeping the spot in front of James Edens. Edens gets around him, put him in 4th. Now Cole Cabre takes a spot away, put Cabre in 5th. Clay back to the 6th spot. Quinn Hannigan, Tucker Brenner, and Silva still running up here inside the top 10, 11 cars, but Elby out in front, just over 0.4 of a second in front of Britton Roxbury. David Heileman still in the 3rd spot. Oh my, lots of messages. James Edens, Cole Cabre, your top 5. 14 laps to go. Heileman and Edens really starting to work each other over. Edens sizing him up from back there, trying to find the weakness, trying to find the spot where he can get the run. Changing lines just a little bit, using the slider line in 1 and 2. And then staying at the top side in 3 and 4 is David Heileman and caution. One more time. Is that Tim Smith? Or Don Hunter? No, it's not Hunter. Hunter's on the infield. Who was our caution? Sanson? Oh, it was Don Hunter. Don Hunter's car. That's the car I saw on the fence on the outside. The 4 machine. Oh, a little bit of contact. He and Wallenfels there. That's going to get him tumbling and up on that retaining wall. So 4 cars officially out of this one. Still LB, Roxbury, Hylam, Edens, Cabrera, your top 5. Clay, Quinn, Renner, Tucker, and Hannigan now the top 10.
50.
So we'll be right around 12 to 11 laps to go. Getting down to the closing laps of this one. Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midgets presented by Cognitive Warriors. We've had a different winner every week. Well, this will be our first repeat. Into 3 and 4, going to go green. 13 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Elby with a good jump. Roxbury right behind that now. Heileman and Edens battling each other. Off of turns 3 and 4. The front 2 at the bottom, the next 2 at the top. Now everybody switching lines, just looking for the grip, trying to find a way to go forward or go faster.
All right, man, caution is out.
And
Caution is out.
once again, caution on the speedway. Sean Wallenfeld's car sitting sideways in turns 1 and 2. Go see if this was just a product of someone else's mistake or if Sean had a problem. 3 wide there, little contact with Crum down in the corner. Oh, Tyler Silva's car was sitting there when he came by. And that put a bunch of damage on the front of the 42 machine. See if we can figure out what happened to Tyler here. He and Mason Hannigan side by side. A little bit of side contact, and it got him out of shape enough. Lap 53, the new white flag. So inside 10 to go. When we get the green. Don't forget, guys, Wingless 360 Series presented by Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games. Coming up immediately following this one. Still LB, Roxbury, Heileman, Edens, Clay, your top 5. Cabrera, Brenner, Quinn, Tucker, and Hannigan now the top 10. Have exactly 10 laps to go when they get the green flag this time off of turn number 4. Pace truck's headed in. LB's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. This time everybody goes to the bottom to start the first restart lap here. Off of turn 2, nothing gonna change that time, but Corey Clay trying to make a bid. He let Edens go to the bottom, and now off the exit of 4, Edens slides it up in the middle. Oh, Chris Brenner sideways back there, and that's got a car tipped
All right,
over.
man, caution is out. Caution is out.
You wonder if that was Griffith's car that was backward. No, that was Hannigan that was backwards and upside down. I saw Brenner's car go sideways off the top side, that orange and white car right there. There he is, and Hannigan comes in, hits him, and that flips the car over. Griffiths is in it. Smith was in it. Silva was in it. 4 or 5 cars involved in this one. You are quite welcome, Miss Carla. '56 going to be the new white flag. LB, Roxbury, Heileman, Clay, Edens. Then Tucker, Cabrera, Cougar, Quinn, and Roberts. Now your top 10. How much time is still in there? Jeff, do you know?
Give me 1 second. Let me take a glance. Just over 8 minutes.
They got plenty of time to get this in. So 15 cars still on the track. Chris Brenner, the last of those. Hunter Conley right there in front of him is several laps down. 18 to be exact. And he might make it all the way up to, he might pick up one more position, because the next car in front of him is 14 laps down on the scoring pylon. So we are going to go green. 8 laps of racing left in this one. LB, Roxbury, Heileman, the top 3. Clay and Edens rounding out the top 5. I think I have it going right there. Going through, Carla. It's right there.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Back underway. LB, Roxbury, Heileman, and Clay. Off into turn 1. Edens
All right, man,
looking for the spot, and
Caution is out.
caution one more time. Have a feeling the 183 car of Chance Crum this time. One of the victims in this one. He was right behind Chris Roberts. Oh, clips that left rear tire, and that puts the car up off its front wheels, and he shot right across the track in front of Billy Rowley. A little bit of too close quarters racing right there. So we'll re-rack the field. Nothing really changed at the front. And we'll get these guys back underway. 59 for our new white flag. No, ma'am. We haven't reached that number yet, ma'am. LB, Roxbury, Heileman, Clay, Edens, the top 5. Cabrera, Quinn, Tucker, Kruger, and Chris Roberts rounding out your top 10. 14 cars on track, 13 on the lead lap. Chris Brenner, the last of those. Mike Keegan and Tyler Silva right in front of him.
For 6 minutes.
You heard race control. 59 for the white flag. So we're going to get about 7 laps left in this one when they get the green. Everybody getting nose to tail right here. We're going to go green, I believe, this time off of turn number 4. 7 laps to go. LB still out in front. Can he repeat? Be the first repeat winner in this season. With the green flag out. You see Edens go straight to the top side. Now he's going to cross it over, cut underneath. Slide job on Corey Clay. Can he make it hang right there? Keep him in the 4th spot at least for now. Heileman right in front of them in 3rd, and Heileman makes a bid for 2nd, and he catches the front end of the 421 car. That catches Edens.
All right, man, caution is out.
And we got another caution on the speedway. Go back and take a look at this one. Heilemann was coming across, and it looked like Roxbury tried to cut the car and go underneath. And he just didn't clear that trash bar on the back, and it hooked him up. And that turned Roxbury a little bit, and that got Eden's turned around, and then Eden's car stopped up there on the top side on the exit of turn 4. So 61 going to be the new white flag. We will let race control sort out the order, and then we'll give it to you before they go green. You jinxed them, Carla. Yeah, Glenn, if you're going to be a new subscriber, reach out to us in a private message through the Dirt Racing Network page here. If you've not been a member before, we'll get you hooked up with 3 free months. You can try out the basic content, see if you like it. And if you do, then you can purchase whatever you like. 3 minutes left on the clock. 61 for the white flag. We'll see if we can get them there. LB, Heilemann, Clay, Cabre, Tucker, your top 5. Roxbury, Quinn, Kruger, Silva, and Keegan now the top 10. Brenner, Robertson, Edens outside the top 10 and 11, 12 to 13. The rest of the cars on the track, so only 13 out here running currently. Going to have 5 laps to go. Green flag in the air. Eden Elby with a good jump. Heilemann around the bottom, hanging on to the second spot. Currently, he's going to get the drive off the bottom of turn 2. Corey Clay working the high side. Now the crossover. You saw Elby go outside in. You saw Heilemann go inside out. We'll see what they do when they get down to turns 1 and 2. The slide job across the nose. He brings it up in front. Put Corey Clay in the second. Can he hang on to it down the backstretch? Heilemann just too much grip on the bottom side. And he puts the car right back into that second position. These two battle in the last 2 podium spots. We're watching Heilemann and Clay right here go at each other. They're going to have 2 laps to go when they come off turn 4. This time, Adam Elby out in front by 0.8 of a second. Elby sees the 2 to go signal. Now Heilemann, Clay, side by side across the line. If they can make it around and the leader can take the white flag, they'll finish it out regardless of what happens. And Elby already down into turns 3 and 4. He's going to see the white flag right here off turn number 4. We're watching Clay and Heilemann, the battle for the final 2 podium spots. 1 lap to go. David Heilemann drives deep through 1 and 2, brings it up, finds the grip. They're going to race this out. Elby's going to win it. He's going to repeat off of turn number 4. Elby to the checkered flag. Looks like David Heilemann and Corey Clay going to finish on the podium. Have them bring them around to the front stretch, please. So Elby repeats. And we'll wait for these guys to bring the cars around and give us a shot on the front stretch to the rest of the guys go ahead and pull in, please. Give these guys a shot.
We're still pacing.
You're supposed to be done.
Got
I
30
actually
seconds
believe
left.
they never took the white flag. I think you're 1 lap ahead of them on the count.
I was just going by what I heard on the last call from race control as to when it was going to finish.
Well, there's 10 seconds left, so they're just going to let it end under checkers anyways, so.
Sure. So it is an official finish then.
Correct.
Okie dokie. So just get the top 3 to park, please.
White flag on time.
Still, LB, Heileman, and Clay are going to be the top three. Cole Cabre made it to fourth. Kendall Tucker in fifth. Brendan Roxbury sixth. Joe Quinn seventh. Chris Brenner eighth. James Eden ninth. Mike Keegan 10th. Chris Roberts 11th. Tyler Silva was 12th. Rush G. Kruger. Billy Rowley, Chance Crum, Hunter Conley, Mason Handigan, Dustin Griffiths, Tim Smith, Sean Wallenfels, Vinny Sansone, Don Hunter, Peyton Grease, and Anthony Lopresto are going to round out the field. Let these guys get around here. Hey, have the rest of those guys take it in, or they're going to mess up my finishing order.
It ended on time, so it won't mess up your finishing order.
It does on my overlay.
Well, the session's done, so it shouldn't.
Hopefully he pulls just a couple more feet up so we can get a little bit. There we go. A little better look at that car. Get them right there. Gonna work out because they brought it in. We'll see if Corey Clay makes it into TeamSpeak for chat. Yeah, they passed everybody back, so it put them right. Wait and see when the top three guys make it into TeamSpeak for an interview. Not sure we've interviewed Corey Clay before. That'll be new. I have two of them. We'll give the other guy just a moment here. So LB does go back to back. Week 1 was James Edens. Week 2 was Alex Bergeron. And week 3 was Adam LB. Now LB wins again. So he is back to back. Wait for Highland for just a moment. We'll see if Mr. Clay makes his way in here. We'll give him just a minute or two. Can't give him too long. They're going to start that next session possibly right on top of us here because the time ran out in this one. Will you go see if that is the right person? Oh, never mind. He changed it. Okay, got it. Mr. Clay, do you have a copy? Corey Clay.
Yep, I'm here.
All right, man. Wasn't sure that was you when you came in. Man, you finished third, bottom step of the podium, but still on the podium. Talk to us about that race and your third place finish.
Yeah, you know, it was actually a little bit unexpected. I think I started back in 5th or 6th. I think it was 5th actually. And you know, this is the second time I've ran with this league, and I ran the first Eldora race a couple weeks ago, and first thing I noticed was there was some stiff competition here. So I actually did better than I thought I would tonight. Like I said, there's stiff competition, so I'm pretty happy with the third place finish.
Yeah, it looked like the track was pretty good. You could run two distinct lines, and everybody kind of had the bottom working early, and then that kind of went away and wasn't the best spot. Where did you find the grip to get yourself up into that third spot?
Yeah, I for the most part just pretty much ran the top, and then just kind of kept my eyes peeled for the front two cars. They were kind of running a weird line. I thought they were kind of running a slider line in 1 and 2, and then in 3 and 4. They would go in high and then duck out low. So I just kind of tried to imitate that, and seemed to work out pretty well. So.
All right, man. Well, you come home third. You got any sponsors you need to give a thank you to, or anybody you need to give a shout out to, and then we'll let you get ready for the next one.
Just main one is those UDSRA guys. They're a fun group to hang around, and you know, they make this a lot more fun. So. Just thanks to those guys for helping us out with setups and stuff like that, and we'll continue to do some good work with them.
All right. Congratulations on the third. We'll look forward to talking to you again in the future, bud.
All right. Thank you, guys.
That's your third place finisher, Corey Clay. We'll get ready to move on here talk to second place. Grab the Hulk and bring him into the channel. You there, David Heilman?
10-4.
Well, all right, man. You come home second tonight. Looked like a pretty tough battle all the way up there. Talk to us about the race and how you finished second tonight, bud.
Yeah, it was a pretty good first half of the race, and then it was just caution after caution from there. And then I was bored, and I was like, I told Britton, I was like, yeah, if you guys are gonna run that high to low line in 3 and 4, I'm just gonna try to throw a double slagger bomb on you guys. But he wasn't close enough to Elby, so I tried it, and he was the only one, and I took his nose off. So I felt bad about that, but I don't know. It's just trying to make the broadcast interesting.
Well, you definitely did that. We weren't expecting that kind of contact between the guys at the front, but it was interesting. It was exciting, and you still come home second. Man, how was the track? I mean, I know it started off. It looked like it was pretty good. We're pretty racy with a couple of lines, but at the end, looked like you guys were all searching pretty good.
I called it from the second I saw the B main. I said that's the best traction I get, and then after that, and then warm up, and then I kind of figured after 15 laps, just was slagger line, and then top to bottom in 3 and 4, which is real dangerous if someone's behind you. But I don't know. Racing up front was good and clean. It's just shuffling back. I don't really know how to solve that.
Hartman, will you still come home second? You got sponsors to thank and shout outs to give?
It's KKR Sim Team, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion, and thanks for the Focus Midget Series for sponsoring this, and Dirt Racing Network for putting it on.
All right. Thanks, David. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Second place finisher, David Heileman. Let's grab Mr. Elby and see if he's available. You there, Adam?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you come home with the win. That makes you back-to-back. Talk to us about the racing tonight and how you took the lead from Britain and really kind of held on to it. Not much of a challenge after that.
Yeah, the racing, I think in the main event, I think it could have been a little better. We need to try and focus on wrecking a little less so we could get some good racing on here for the broadcast. But I knew starting on the front row we had a good shot of winning. I just had to do my part. These guys at Swindell Speed Labs give me a good car, and there's a second there. And in warm up, I thought the bottom of 3 and 4 was gonna be really good. I was able to put down the fastest lap right before the main event, and then right when first few laps, bottom of 3 and 4 went away real quick. So had to. Track was, I thought it was fun. Had to search around for moisture, so I ended up kind of moving around, and sire line 1 and 2 seemed to be the best, and then you could kind of run the top of 3 and 4, and then I could tell that the exit of 4, a lot of moisture was going away, and Roxbury looked his car was kind of hanging out, not getting a whole lot of speed down the straightaway. So I tried the turn down and grab some moisture down a little bit lower. I was able to carry a lot of speed going in the straightaway, and once I kind of found that, it definitely helped me get by Roxbury, which wasn't easy. It took a little bit of while. It took a little while, and he definitely it seemed like he was pressuring me a lot. Whenever he was back there, he was getting some pretty good jumps on restarts. Felt a few pretty good hits from behind, and I knew it was going to be tough to pull away from those guys. We got a real good group of guys running up front, so definitely a good night overall.
All right, man. Well, you come home with a win. You got shout-outs and thank yous you need to give, and we'll let you get ready for the next one.
Yeah, I got to thank my guys over at Swindell Speed Labs. We got some good stuff going on. Like always, I can't thank those guys enough for everything they do, making my job easier. Bell Helmet's also on board, so that's pretty cool. We got some more stuff coming in the future. The Northwest Focus Midget Series and with Wicked Cushion, they're big supporters of the series, and we can't thank them enough for that, along with Galen and Carlos Stewart. Hopefully next week, maybe we could clean some stuff up and put a better race on, for everybody watching. They deserve better, but like I said, I think it was still a good night overall.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the win. Thanks for talking to us. We look forward to seeing you in the future, bud.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Adam Elby, your winner. David Holland came home second. Corey Clay was third. To that is going to do it for the Midget Series. We appreciate the folks over at the Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors. Their feature winner tonight saying that they deserve a better race in the future, and I am 1 to 10 to agree with that. So maybe next week these guys will clean it up just a little bit, and we will look forward to seeing that. But Adam Elby does go back to back. We'll see if they can take him off of the throne next week and keep him from going 3 in a row. But for the Midget Series tonight, for the Dirty Old Bastards, and myself, Jeff Peterson, Mike Peterson, I'm going to shut this one down. Get ready for the Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games 360 Wingless Series coming up next. Guys, give us about 5 minutes. We'll be right back. We just got to reset everything. And we will see you shortly. Thanks for tuning in.